Welcome on in, trainers. In this video, I'm going to give you all my top tips for preparing for the Road to Unova and Unova Tour, which are coming up very soon. Now, if you don't know, the Road to Unova Tour is the lead-up event like we had for the Sinnoh Tour. We're going to get the starters for Unova, as well as the legendaries appearing in raids and raid hours on the week leading up to the Unova Tour event. And another bonus here is they are going to know their legacy moves. So things like the Swords of Justice, Zekrom, and Reshiram, all definitely good raids that will be out during the Road to Unova Tour event. So this is definitely something you want to be prepared for, especially for free-to-play players. You want to play this Road to Unova Tour event because you can use more of your free daily raid passes to go after those shiny legendaries with a background. So let's jump into some top tips here. My first one is to prepare your Pokemon storage. This is probably the biggest one. You want to be ruthless here. If you're not going to power up the Pokemon, if it doesn't have any special meaning to you, get rid of it. Make as much space as you can to go out and hunt these days. Do those raids and hang on to those good Pokemon, especially the legendaries, because we'll probably have a 2x transfer candy event after the Unova Tour event. Now, you could, of course, spend Pokecoins to upgrade your Pokemon storage, but if you're free to play, I highly recommend you save those coins and spend them either on things like raid passes or incubators, depending on what you want to focus on for the event. I personally think during these big global events, those are better ways to spend your Pokecoins for free-to-play players. Which brings me to my next tip, which is get those Pokemon in gyms and get those 50 daily coins so that you can save them up and spend them again, either on raid passes, incubators, whatever your focus for the event is going to be. And you don't want to just get in one gym because you might get knocked out before you get to your 50 Pokecoins. Get in as many gyms as you can, check on them occasionally, maybe bury them if somebody is attacking it. But if you get a lot of Pokemon in gyms, hopefully collectively, they will all bring you home your 50 daily coins for the day. And if you start stocking now, you will be able to afford a decent amount of raid passes. And if you don't have any local people in your area or it's very hard to get raids done, we are going to have a raid limit increased to 20 for the Road to Unova Tour and then unlimited for the Unova Tour. That is a pricier way to do it. You won't get as many raids per Pokecoin. Another quick thing to note about these legendary raid bosses during the lead-up event is not only can they be shiny and they will have their signature moves, but they can have the new backgrounds. That is a background themed around Pokemon White and another one themed around Pokemon Black. So definitely use your free daily raid passes to go after those. You also want to stock up on Pokeballs. To do this, make sure to spin Pokestops as much as possible and at least once a day. Spinning a Pokestop 7 days in a row gets you a spin streak that gets you a lot of Pokeballs in one spin. You can also spin gyms that are your team color. This gets you a few more items per spin, including Pokeballs. Another way to do this is open gifts daily. You can do 20 per day or up to 50 per day if you have the Expedition Access ticket. To make sure you have 20 gifts to open per day, add as many friends as you can. Plenty of online groups have friend code exchanges, including our Discord. Finally, if you have Scarlet or Violet, you can get a golden lure module from sending a postcard from Scarlet and Violet to Pokemon Go. Put that on a stop, and then when you spin it, you will get more items per spin. To maximize this, some communities hold golden lure module parties. So even if you don't have the Switch game, you might be able to join one of these in your community and stock up very quickly on Pokeballs. My next tip here is work your way through the Tour Pass. If you didn't hear, there is a sort of Battle Pass system coming out for Pokemon Go for the Unova Tour. Now there is a free track that everybody will get. You work your way through that, you're gonna get extra rewards, plus you'll get some extra bonuses for the event. So you definitely wanna work on that each day and make your way through it. Now there is 2 paid tiers as well for this Battle Pass system. The first one gets you an instant encounter with the mythical Victini. The second paid tier will get you that encounter as well. Plus it will boost you up 10 ranks in that battle rank so that you can complete it a little bit quicker. Personally, I'd rather just play through it and complete them myself, but if you don't have time or you just want to drop a little bit of money to do it quicker, you do have that option. Now, my next tip here is to plan your trades. We did just have the Lunar New Year event. Maybe you've hit some lucky friends with people that you might not see till Unova Tour. Plan what you're going to trade. You're going to get 6 special trades each day, so Saturday and Sunday. So a total of 12 special trades. Keep in mind, you don't have to make the trades during the event hours from 10 to 6 p.m. This bonus will be running the entire weekend, but just plan them out so that you're ready and you make sure to get all those 6 special trades done. This is a great bonus to make use of, either just trading legendaries for candy, or if you want to re-roll IVs for shinies and backgrounds, especially if you hit Lucky Friends with somebody during the Lunar New Year event. If you're watching this after the Lunar New Year event has ended, you might want to save those guaranteed lucky trades that you haven't made yet until the Unova tour, so that you can get some of those like Chiron fusions with the background lucky, or some of those other legendary shinies, maybe with a background lucky. Those would definitely make some great trades. All right, my next tip here is to play with a group if you can. There is going to be new party play challenges that will have different encounters for this event. So that's going to be things like Throw, Sock, Heatmore, and Durant. Now, Throw and Sock are also regional, so this is a unique chance to get one that doesn't spawn in your region. Plus, if you're in a party, you get to use party power in raids. This makes your charged attacks hit for double the damage, so you can get those raids done quicker. And that's definitely a good thing during this tour. There's a lot of raids, a lot of wild spawns, a lot of things to do during these big events. So the quicker you can get those raids done, the better. Now, if you don't have a local group that you generally play with, either friends or a meetup group, you can check things like Niantic's Campfire app. People will post meetups on there. You can RSVP to them and then show up and play with a bunch of trainers there. If you don't use Campfire, other options include things like Reddit, Discord, Facebook groups. Just go there, search your town name plus Pokemon Go, and see if you can find a local group there. Most cities and towns have them. Now, my next tip here is to plan your route for Unova Tour. And I don't just mean where you're going to play, but look in that area for routes in game that you can walk on while you're playing, because we are going to get a few special spawns on routes during the event. So that's going to include Basculine Red Stripe form and Basculine Blue Stripe form. They will spawn more frequently on routes. So if you can be on a route pretty much the entire time you're playing, you're going to get those extra Pokemon encounters. All right, next up, let's jump into some IRL tips, things you want to do to prep for the day that don't really include Pokemon Go. And the first one is make sure that you bring plenty of water and plenty of snacks. You want to be able to keep yourself hydrated, because if you're playing both days fully for the event, that is 2 8-hour days of playing Pokemon Go while you're out. So definitely bring some snacks, bring something healthy, something that has protein to keep your body fueled, bring lots of water, know where there might be places where you can refill water too if you don't have a big enough water bottle. Another tip here is check the weather the day before. Make sure you're prepared for any weather that might come. Definitely take layers, so things like a sweater, a jacket, you can take them on and off as the day goes and weather hits you. And my final tip here is charge up your phone the night before. Again, this is 8 full hours of Pokemon Go if you're playing the whole event, and it starts at 10 a.m. so not a lot of time to charge your phone in the morning. Get it charged up the night before, and if you have a power bank, charge that up the night before as well. There are very few phones on the market right now that can go a full 8 hours of grinding Pokemon Go and not need a little juice to top it up. If you need a recommendation for a power bank, I personally have been using the Inui Cougar P63 to power my on-the-go Pokemon streams, and it's done a beautiful job keeping my stream phone and chat phone both fully charged during these lengthy streams. With its titanic 25,000 mAh capacity and 100 watt charging that fits in the palm of my hand, it can keep both phones powered up so I can stream for a long time and I'm not left phoneless when the stream ends. A couple other things I like about this power bank: it comes with a charging cord and a carrying case. I also love the matte black color option, but there are other color options available as well. But you can see the matte black here. I've been handling this thing for weeks and there's barely any marks on it at all. Also has a screen that will tell you the charge capacity with a push of the button on the side there. Just after the last time I did a stream, it went for 3.5 hours. It kept both my chat phone and my stream phone charged up to 100% the entire time and ended stream with 44% charge left. And with that fast 100 watt charging port, I've even kept my laptop charged while editing videos. Now I want you to know I would not recommend this power bank if I hadn't tested it, if it wasn't working well for me and suits the needs that I have for it. Other power banks that I've used in the past that have been roughly the same size but with far less capacity have kept me charged up for the stream, but then once the stream ended, I was left with a phone that wasn't quite fully charged. So if you're in the market for a new power bank, I can definitely say this one has served me well. It's got a lot of power, it can charge fast, it is a nice size, fits in a bag easily. And if you'd like to support the channel, there is a link in the description down below that you can use it. All right, everybody, that's all the information I have for you in this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you have any tips that you think I missed or that you think would help the community, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments down there as well, or you can pop on over to our Discord. Lots of knowledgeable people in there who can help you out. But right now we have to say a huge thank you to our mythical members, High Five Louise, Liam, King's Lounge, Body on a Planet, and Kate. Thank you to them for supporting the channel at the mythical level, as well as all of our members, all of you who come and watch the videos. watch the live streams, whether you lurk or chat, hit that like and subscribe button. All of that stuff is super helpful. I hope you have a great Road to Unova and Unova Tour event. Get yourself lots of shiny legendaries with some nice backgrounds and those legacy moves. And we'll see you in the next one, friends.
I've got something incredibly funky.